You might be thinking immediately, I thought you were the greatest Minecraft YouTuber, but you never expected this site. And to that, I must apologize because I've been playing Roblox since like 2012. So I do have a problem. And specifically this game. This is Theme Park Tycoon 2. I have been playing this probably since 2016. I don't really know the exact date. I don't know if it tells me in the settings. I just checked when I have my first park loaded in, which is what we're going to be looking at today, because I want to. The date it was created was August 24th, 2016. And I can remember a bunch of things coming out around this time. And I want to say 6 parks now, or 5 parks that are completely done. And this is just the first one. This was my first park ever in this game. I didn't like make a crappy park and delete it and start over. No, this was the first park that I made and started in this game. And we're going to be taking a look at it today because there aren't a lot of good Theme Park Tycoon 2 videos that aren't aimed at like 10-year-old children that involve a lot of screaming. I'm an adult. I can only watch so many of them before I begin to contemplate escape or entering. So I don't know. I love this game. I play it a lot. I thought it would be fun to look at it. My username has the word chocolate in it, and because I was uncreative at first, my idea for this park was just to be very chocolate themed. So it's a chocolate themed park. So let's take a look at it. This is Chocolate World. As you can see, it's kind of a spaghetti park, but not really. Oh my god, this was the old size. And also, I didn't have any game passes back then. I didn't get them until I think like 80% of the way through my 3rd or 4th park. So no passes, no nothing. I didn't buy Robux back then. And again, this was August 2016, so it's quite old. And I don't like to go back and update my old parks. I like them to kind of be preserved. All the newer things that were added, I was just like around that time still working on the park. So this is Chocolate World. I need 3 more likes. Get me to 3 likes. Oh my god, my old character. I don't think this was the character I was using back then. I might have put in the statue later. I don't even know if we had statues back then. But as you can see, not a lot has changed. I just kind of settled down. I think this was supposed to be a map, but I never made them. So this is the entrance. This is Chocolate World, and I think I got up to 5 stars, but because there are no guests in my park, in order to not be so laggy when I have to load it in, it's down to 3. But I think it goes up to 5 when there's guests, unless they changed it. I don't really know. And this is when I first got this. I think I did unlock all of the achievements while I was building this. So I probably have a lot of the items like these and the mannequins around. Just off the top of my head, I think this was like one of the last things that I added because I don't remember swan boats being very old, unless I'm thinking incorrectly. So here's the nice little overview. As you can see, there are 4 sections of the park. There's this main, like, kind of chocolate plain kind of area. The rest of them aren't really themed after chocolate. They just kind of have, like, the color scheme. So I think this is, like, peanut flavor. This is caramel, marshmallow, and then, like, a wafer. But I did try to still keep it to a theme. Ooh, it's nighttime. And also the water is brown. And there's a lot of ducks for some reason. So they aren't completely themed around chocolate. It's really just the color scheme. I know I built it counterclockwise. So I started with this. I didn't add a couple of these things until the end though. And then I made my way around. This was the last area, and then I finished up here. And there's a lot of things that I would do differently, but it's my first park, so we're just gonna take a little tour. So first we're gonna start over here. I have a little food court thing, I guess. Apparently I have a teleporter lobby. Oh, I forgot about this. It is so bright in here. So this is the caramel port teleporter. Peanuts, chocolate, western wafer, marshmallow mountain. I don't know, where does that other teleporter go? Oh, does this go under the train? Or behind the train? Yes. Okay, never mind. So, this is the information center, and I always do these in my parks, but I think I might have added this when I started my second park. No, actually, I don't know. I don't remember. So all these are gonna be messed up. Hello, guest. Welcome to the official Chocolate World Information Center. Chocolate World is home to
redacted
rides and
redacted
preset rides. Chocolate World is divided into 4 themed lands, and then censorship. And then the rest of the stuff in here is just seating. And then I think, yeah, on either side we have these little observation towers. And what else do we have? We have the little swan boats. I'm not gonna ride some of these custom track rides. I'm only gonna ride a few of them, because you can kind of see how this goes. Lots of ducks. Oh, and I did the Disney Sea real soon. I remember these being added. I don't even remember what this was added for. I think it was an event. But I remember putting it in here, because there was nothing in here before. But this is the train station. I don't think we're gonna take the train, but I have stations at each part of the park. I'll at least show off the stations, but I don't want to take the train. It's cute though. I like the little bridge. That's also kind of nice. This was before we had stairs. We just had the slopes. Cocoa Coaster. Very interesting. Honestly, I want to ride this one. I just want to know what's happening here. One thing that has not changed is I can't build roller coasters. I still cannot. So sometimes I'll have good luck with them, but other times not so much. You get a good view though. Very fun. And here we go. Here's the drop. Whee! Jesus Christ. Oh god, that turn. I'm still not good at building coasters, because I tend to want to build them in a confined area, and I just don't plan ahead very well. But I at least do the banking instead of just shooting you around a turn. Oh my god. That. I'm afraid of that turn right there, where the banking goes out. I don't think I understood. Because you're supposed to bank with the turn, so you don't fly out of your seat. You know, centrifugal force or whatever it's called. Centripetal force? I don't actually remember what it's called. I failed physics. Whee! Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, that was a quick way to snap your entire body in half. So if you're interested, it's available. That was the front area. We're gonna head over counterclockwise, like I said, to the peanut area. And we're gonna see how that goes. So this is Peanut Land. I think this was more like, I think I was trying to go for not really like royalty kind of. I don't really know. Honestly, I really don't know what this was supposed to be themed after, but anyway. Okay, so here's a little store. And again, all of these were supposed to be maps, I think. And then the Ferris wheel that dumps you out into the store. Classic theme park. Some food. Yeah, you can tell I threw this one in, because it doesn't fit in there. This is a little tiny roller coaster. I guess we'll ride this one too. We'll see how this goes. I did at least not put the chain lift throughout the ride, and I learned pretty quickly to take it away instead of having the entire chain lift on every single track piece. The one thing that would definitely improve these is banking, as you can see, but also just some supports. Just makes it look a lot nicer, slightly more realistic, not so ugly. We just have a lot of little decorative things. I remember making this. I was kind of proud of this. A lot of plants. I think this is another little store in here. Yeah. And then this is the other train station for this area. Yeah. And then that's pretty much it for over here. Not a lot to look at. There also couldn't be much because back then the parks were so freaking small. Okay, so this is Caramel Port. This is a pirate-themed area, and I do have a pirate park now. A pirate-themed park, which, by the way, took freaking forever, but we'll look at that later. So this is the little pirate-themed area. I love pirates. This was probably my favorite to work on. We have the little teacups bride, some little, water decor things, some more little decor. The attack of Chocolate Beard. Bro, I loved this. Making the line. Oh, I remember building this. This was so fun. I miss my old parks. Ooh, and I loved this where you could see the ride from the line. I thought I was so cool. Stop censoring my signs. First drop. Whee! And I tried to do the little pirate mannequins. So cute. I remember making this. I remember the struggle of just emptying out these areas. And my favorite thing, when you're at a theme park and you can see a ride from inside a restaurant, or honestly just anywhere where you can see into the ride. My favorite thing. This window, specifically the window, was just my peak, my building peak. I peaked there. That was that was it. Everything is downhill from there. A lot of clutter. I feel like this... When did primitives come out? Because I feel like we had them the entire time, but I can't remember using, like, any in this park. Unless... maybe we only had the basic shapes? I don't really know. But also, I didn't have any game passes back then either, so that probably made it a lot more difficult. I hate Roblox, okay. So this is the exit, and you're dumped off into this little food court area. I think this is where the teleporter is. Yeah, that's where the teleporter is. You can buy a little pirate hat souvenir. It's cute. This is the park train station up here, and the pirate ship. I know this coaster, if this coaster or the swan boats were not the last things that I added, then this was. Because this is the vertical launch coaster. Yeah, this is a vertical launch coaster. I remember that coming out later. This was, if not the last thing, definitely one of the last things that I made. Well, that's kind of why it's a spaghetti thing, much like the spinning coaster. Here's the restaurant, and you could see the ride. I'm not gonna lie, I spent a lot of time just standing here watching the little fake guests on my ride. Yeah. The trees clipping. Nice. All the lights everywhere because you couldn't change the lighting before. Alright, so we're gonna hop on this. I think it's the caramelized, which is weird because why is it not censored here, but it's censored on the sign? Again, I hate Roblox. So let's once again snap our necks. Wow. Oh, Jesus. I do remember I built that loop and oh my god. Okay. Oh, okay. That was a lot. It's like the euthanasia coaster that they made. But I remember making that loop in advanced edit mode. You can kind of tell because it's crappy. But making it go around the train track without disable collisions. Oh my god. So yeah, that was the euthanasia coaster. Now we're gonna head over to the marshmallow area. You can see the train station in here. This is just a big central building. restrooms and food and stuff like that. Some seating. Here's the little train entrance. It's so weird. I remember building all this. I remember this being half done. It was so long ago. So in this corner of the park, there's two coasters. There's an inverted coaster and I have no idea what this is. Was this just a steel coaster? Or a multi-launch coaster? Pardon me. I think I built this one first. So we're gonna ride this one first. And again, everything over here is all snowy and wintry themed. If I could rebuild this park, I would definitely add a lot more of the candy theme to it. Take advantage of primitives. But back then I was pretty limited. And not just in like things that I could do, but also things that I could think of and just my basic skills in the game. Because again, this was my first park. Very intense banking for such a slow turn, but it's fine. Okay, any day now. Thank you. Dang. I could not let gravity do anything. It had to be a chain lift. And that was it. I don't know if we're gonna ride this one, because you kind of understand how poor my roller coaster building skills are. Let's do it, because there's only one more after this. And I tried to add the little signs for realism, but they've been destroyed by the Roblox sensor for some reason. I was really proud of this cave. One thing that you might notice in my future parks is that I build caves a lot, as much as I don't want to. I hate building underground, but I end up doing it every single time, or I at least build like a structure that is inside terrain. So it's dark and hard to see, and you have to constantly fidget with the terrain editing tools, and it's annoying. Was that worth it? I don't know. It's for the experience. But yeah, so that was that. I want to just... I remember loving the crystals, and I still do love the crystals, because like I said, build a lot of caves, and I do use them quite often. Yeah, look at all these crystals. There's even water in here. Wow. And the granite. That's pretty cute. That's pretty cute. I do think even though it's not candy theming, like I would have liked it to be. Who is texting me? I've never received a text in my life. I remember this being new. But yeah, so as much as there's not a lot of candy theming going on, which I would have preferred, I do think I stuck to the basic theming pretty well. I like the grays and whites and some muted browns for the snow area. All of the trees are like a nice lighter green, and then like all of the trees over here are kind of brown, and the fences are different. I do think I did a good job with that. Okay, so this is the wafer quote-unquote area. I really liked this building when I built it, and this roller coaster might be the best in the park, like physics-wise. I don't really remember, but I think I tried to make it a little bit better, but who knows if the new physics have kind of destroyed it. You do kind of bonk your head on that block, though, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, the banking is a little interesting. You definitely run into a wall right there. But I was gonna say an absence of chain lifts that are unnecessary, but there was one right there. So you definitely bonk your head on stuff, but I don't think you would snap in half. Good job, me. Oh, Jesus Christ. So this is the saloon. I loved this. I love when rides are in restaurants for some reason. Honestly, rides when you can like see them or they are inside buildings and restaurants, that, and also when a thing is inside but it's made to look like it's outside. The Mexican pavilion in Epcot with all the little buildings and the sky and everything. God, if those two things aren't just chef's kiss. I've never done the second one, but I definitely have done the first thing a lot. But yeah, so that's it. There's not a lot to show just because it was tiny. There wasn't a lot of room back then. Like, look at all this extra room that we have now. I don't think I would go back and remake a park just because I have so many park ideas that I want to build and they take years to actually finish. But if I could go back and fix one up, I think it would be this one or maybe my second one. But I think there was a little more potential that I could have reached with this one, and I think the second one is good for what it is. That is going to conclude the tour of my first park. I'm going to hopefully do the rest of them. The videos are probably going to get a little long. Like I said, this is my first park and it's tiny. I couldn't put in as much detail. Even the second park is probably gonna take a while. We'll see how that goes. But thank you for watching. If you enjoy Roblox, then congratulations. You found the most boring professional Roblox YouTuber on the platform. And maybe that's a good thing because maybe you're not 12 years old. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.